The memoir is full. Last time, I tell them in 2003, they said the griot, I say the griot is not a... Last time, I tell them in 2003. Last time, I tell them in 2003. They said the griot, I said the griot is not a nobody ancestor job that is in a religion, Muslim book or any religious book that we worship in New York City. When I was living with my uncles, the Gaulo people, I'm not a sect. I tell them that they was the one who annoyed me. Okay? If anybody think that people know that you already do this, if your children don't want to do that, you can. Anybody can do anything any day. I'm not a singer. Everybody go to school. I'm not. They say why I'm not, but I'm not a singer. Okay? Then they be saying that when I say I want to do the thing, they will go call the griot and do the same thing. The griot will come and say that the griot, they're not a president. I say, okay, I'm not a griot. I'm a noble, I'm a president. They will say, hey, noble, horon the type president of Manere, horon the day president. Neti joye, one neti jilly. I'm a noble, I'm not a griot, I'm not a slave. Because when I say I want to be the featured president since in 2003 in the US, and since in Africa when I was saying that, nobody don't say nothing in Africa, and in the US nobody don't say nothing until I'm not a sect. These people come. Kumba Gaulo sect. People will say that Kumba Gaulo sect is singing. They're not my family member. When we say we go to the same school, we don't live in the same home, they will say that we live in the same home, like we foster care child, not a foster care child. They stay with their own family member, I stay with my own family member. Their mother name is a Bitu Gassam. By that time, my sister was a young girl. Okay? I don't know their father name. My mother name is Salimata Keita. I'm from Mali, they're from Senegal. When you say you noble, they will say that the president is for nobility, and they're not the noble, the artist and the griot, this and this, whatever it is. I am not none of that. I tell them everybody is a noble. Nobility is everybody is a noble. This is a job. They say it's not okay. I'm not the artist. I'm not a griot. I am not a grande. I am not a. I am not a sake. I am not a mabu. I am not a governor. I am not a John. I am a horror. Horror is in a Bambara language. You say horror in English. We say noble. All right. I am a horror. Then they will say that the donkey say horror. If the donkey say horror, bring your nonsense to me. Because if they think they donkey, go tell people that when they want to be the president, you have to be noble. I am a Muslim, I'm noble. I am not a slave. All right? Okay. That's what I went to school for, to be succeed. That's not my first time. In Africa also, in our childhood, when we have been saying this, the children from the griot family, they will say they're jelly, they cannot be the president. The jelly is not a nobody religious. We want to ask the people that say it's not in the Quran. If it's keep saying that it's in Africa. But when we mention our thing, let me telling people, oh my horror, Lalajala is not a hey, look, hey, I am noble than her and I'm Muslim. I don't know what you're talking about. Because why? They're the one who else. When Lalajalo is the first lady. And Asimu thing is the president and Lalajalo. When I say that before even Lalajalo become, since when Lalajalo become the first lady in Mali, what year and what date? I started in US since 2001, 2003. I never know them before. I'm not a sick. From Senegal. When they come, way before Anata Bakam from the Africa, way before I know Aminata Touré, Mimi. Okay? There's a lot of different Aminata, even Amisan. Even Amindu. They're also huge. Just like my name is Rokiatou. The one that was saying, hey, let me take you and go hire you in 2006. Rokiatou. The one that was telling me, hey, can I take you and go hire you from somewhere else from these people? People ask her, why you want to hire someone? Her name is Rokiatou. Her last name is Fofana. I am Rokiatou. someone come in the same day and ask them, whose children is me? They say, Bakamara say, I'm head donor. I said, I want to talk. She said, no, don't say anything. Your mother is distant in Africa. Since your mother is distant and your father is in distance in Africa, and she has children like my age, so she can introduce herself like my mother. She introduced herself. And she asked them what they want about me. Because the person was all there looking.